Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you've all been well. Today I have a huge Bendigo sheep show haul for you guys. This will be everything that I bought at Bendigo. Now, if you don't know what Bendigo is, we in the knitting community in Australia just call it Bendigo, but it's actually called the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. And it's essentially Aussie Rhinebeck. That's what it is. So it's a big 3-day show in Bendigo, which is in rural Victoria here in Australia. And it celebrates kind of everything sheep. So from fibre arts to yarn to the actual sheep themselves to the meat they have like herding and shearing competitions. They show the sheep and award ribbons. They have like prizes for knit garments and stuff like that. They even had like wood whittling there. They have everything. It's really, really great. It's a huge show. Like thousands of people visit every year. And I was lucky enough to go. So this is my first year going. I had heard my knitting friends talk about it, but never actually got around to going. But this year I decided, yes, I'm gonna go. And I was actually really lucky because John had time off over that weekend, so it worked out really well. I wasn't originally meant to go with him. He was meant to come with me, but he was able to get time off to come with me, so that was really awesome because I had needed the emotional support. If you had seen my last podcast episode, I highly encourage you to check that out. If you would like to see what I actually knit up with my yarn, feel free to check out my knitting podcast. Yes, so if you saw my last podcast episode, you would have seen that I talked about how I did go to Bendigo with my vlog camera, so I could have vlogged, and I did vlog, but I, again, wasn't in the best headspace, so watching back that footage, kind of like seeing myself in that kind of low place was just a little bit depressing, to be completely honest. So instead, I'm going to show you all the yarn that I bought, and some little trinkets and bits and bobs that I also got while I was there. Now, I am going to try and do this in kind of like order. We were there for Friday and the Saturday. We ended up going on the Sunday, but we arrived very late on the Friday, so it was just kind of hectic. I think we arrived around 2 o'clock or something. We had trouble parking, and then we were trying to kind of just orientate ourselves on where to go because there's like all these big, massive sheds. So it was kind of confusing on where to go first. So we just kind of wandered around aimlessly for a little bit, and then we came across My Creative Garage. They had a stand there. And I instantly was drawn to them because their stand was so colourful and bright. And Vanessa, who was there, was really lovely. And she, oh my God, as soon as I saw this, it was game over. But this is from My Creative Garage. This is their merino wool. It's their fingering merino wool in this colour called Peach Spritz. And oh my God, isn't it divine? Isn't that amazing? Now, I'm not too sure if the camera is showing it, but there are like little yellow bits here. I'm not sure if it's like getting blown out, but there we go. There are little yellow bits here. There's like these oranges, pinks, speckles. It's so beautiful and so bright, and I was absolutely entranced by it. Now, I originally thought I bought this in the sock fingering, but this is just plain superwash merino wool, 100% fine superwash merino wool. You get 400 meters in a 100-gram skein, and this was my first purchase. I don't know what to do with it, to be completely honest, because it's only one skein. It's only 400 meters, and it's, if it was sock yarn, then of course I would make socks out of it. But if anyone has any ideas on what to do with this, because it's so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. It's also very lovely and soft. Like, of course, it's superwash merino, so it's going to be soft. But I love this. So this is one of the first purchases I made, and it's so pretty. And Vanessa was super nice. Like, she was really lovely, super sweet. Everyone at Bendigo was so nice. I had, in terms of like my experience with the people, like, just, it was so great. Everyone was super lovely. And actually, while I was at this stand, I ran into Jamie Creates. She's an Australian knitwear designer, and I had like interacted with her online a bit, but I had never actually met her in person, so it was really cool to bump into her and meet her. She was probably like, there's quite a few people like who store holders and stuff like that I was lucky enough to meet that I had seen online, so that was really cool. I feel like because Australia is so big, it's so hard to like meet all these people. So Bendigo is kind of where everyone like can, come together as a knitting community and meet everyone. So that was really, really cool. So that was the first thing I got. Then we walked around some more and I ended up finding some really cute stitch markers and things like that. I have been using these stitch markers, so I don't have them in their packaging, but I will show you them. So these are all from White Rabbit Handmade, and they had so many cute stitch markers. They also had some really cute brooches. So I'll show you that. Ooh, tumbling. So these are the stitch markers that I got. Ooh, there's one attached to it. Okay. So this is the first one I got, which is this really cute. I think it's like a bunny with a little rainbow. It's so cute. Then the second one I got was this cute little strawberry, which you would have seen this because I've had this on my very, very best. And then this one's so cute, this little cactus. So that's a cute little cactus, a flowering cactus. So these are really cute from White Rabbit Handmade. And then I also got this really cute brooch, which I wear on my Oslo hat, and so this beautiful butterfly. I actually got she had a dragonfly one as well, and I got that one for John's mum because she really loves dragonflies. But I just wear this. I think it's so cute. I'll see if I can put it on. Yeah, I think they look so cute. It's usually not that far in front, it's usually off to the side of it, but yes. Yeah, and they had like lots of cute stuff. They had like stitch markers, they had little brooches, they had all kinds of knit little bits and bobs. They're really, really cute. I would definitely recommend checking them out. Everything I talk about here today will all be linked in the description box below. So if you want to check any of these beautiful creators out, it'll all be down below. I also, if I remember, will link my Ravelry stash because all of this is listed on my stash if you're interested. So if there's anything else you want to see again, it'll be all down there. Also, if you're interested in seeing my yarny creations before I post them on YouTube, feel free to go follow me on my Instagram, which is smash.knits. Where I share all of my kind of like project updates and things like that. So if you don't want to wait a month for another podcast episode, yes, I do have frequent updates on there. Am I in focus? Okay, I think so. Then we headed over to see Julie. She had her own stand. So she is the shop owner of Little Woolies, which is my local yarn store. And she stocks a bunch of awesome hand-dyed yarn. And even though she's so close to me, I still bought yarn anyway because I'm just a sucker for Hedgehog fibres. You know, sue me. Sue me. I'm a sucker for colourful yarn. So I got quite a bit from there. So the first thing I got was some Hedgehog fibres sock. And this is in the colour Sweet Pea. And I picked up 2 of these. Oh, and I just so love all of the different colours. The pinks, the blues, the purples. Like this has really fun kind of blues in it. It has like the speckles and these are so beautiful. So I picked up 2 skeins of these and they are 400 meters in 100 grams, 90% merino wool and 10% nylon. And like I said before, they're in the color Sweet Pea. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these yet. I bought 2 just in case I wanted to make a beanie. I do love my blue Oslo hat. This is in Woollen Works Flat Feet. I do love this, but I wanted to make something that maybe is like a variegated one, like a variegated Oslo hat, because why not? It's fun. But now that we're into spring now, it's getting warmer, so it's not really beanie weather. So I might just wait until then before I make anything. But yes, so we got some of those. Then I also picked up 1 skein of sock yarn in Gossip. So this is the same base, and Gossip is kind of like a deeper, more saturated version of Sweet Pea. So it's still got like the blues, it's still got the reds and oranges and the purples with the speckles, but it's just not as saturated. So I'll hold them up together. You can kind of see that if this is Gossip and this is Sweet Pea, this is kind of like a more toned down version of this. So that's those 2. And then I got this color, and you know how much I have been obsessed with minty greens lately. I couldn't say no. This is in the colorway Fly. This is in the stock yarn again, and it's just amazing. It's this beautiful, awesome minty green with these purple and blue speckles. It's so bright. I have lots of I have like almost a whole skein of, or cake of, my fluff, like my lace mohair fluff that I have actually from Little Woolies, and it's in a very similar color to this. So I was thinking I could pair these together eventually, or just make a sock really, because it's so fun. You can never get enough sock yarn. So that's everything I got from Little Woolies. Well, then they had the stand there. Oh, so good. So yeah, that's everything that we got for day one. It was kind of like I said, we arrived late. I think we got there around 2 o'clock, maybe 1:30 at the earliest. And it goes until about 5 o'clock. So we were kind of rushing around. We had driven up that day, so it was already, we were kind of tired. So we just kind of did a quick little brief overview because we knew we were coming back the next day. Went back to the Airbnb, chilled. Yeah, we actually ended up going to this really good, I think it was Japanese restaurant. It was really tiny, but luckily they were able to find us a table. And while I was there, I actually ended up running into another Australian knitting podcaster, Handmade, and that was really cool. So we got to talk about knitting and how our Bendigo experience was so far. She was wearing this amazing octopus colorwork jumper that looked awesome, and I think some people in the restaurant complimented her on it because it was just so amazing. I don't know the pattern, but if I happen to find out, I will link it down below. Yeah, it was just really nice. It was exhausting, but it was a pretty alright first day, and I was pretty happy with my yarn purchases. So the second day we were in Bendigo, we decided that we would pop over to the Bendigo Woollen Mills before we went back to the show, because we heard that it gets very, very busy very quickly. So we wanted to get in there fast before the rush so that we could, buy everything before it sold out. So I had actually never purchased anything from Bendigo Woollen Mills before. Lots of people had talked about it. Lots of my friends have used it before and all were good things. So I wanted to check it out for myself because sometimes it's hard. I do prefer shopping in person rather than online just because I'm very particular about the colors that I want. So being able to see them in person helps a lot. So I really wanted to make sure that I went there so that I could pick up some yarn. And the first thing I got was this. So this is their luxury 8-ply base, and this beautiful color is called Buttercup, and it's just so lovely. So I really love it because it's a cool toned yellow. Country Road, which is like a nicer clothing brand here in Australia, last year or earlier in the year, released a collection of like knitwear in this beautiful pale yellow color, and ever since then I've been obsessed with that color but haven't been able to find anything that I like, and I just can't justify buying knitwear. It's so hard for me because I know that I can knit it, and so when I saw that they had this beautiful pale yellow color, I absolutely jumped on it. And the good thing about Bendigo, which a lot of people talk about, is that they come in 200-gram balls. So this is like a massive ball. So I think it's about I think it's between $15 and $20 per ball. But again, it's 200 grams. So you end up getting how many? 400 meters in this luxury 8-ply in the color Buttercup. And it's so beautiful and soft. It's like the spin's really nice on it. I don't know if you can see that. It's like, yeah, it's really nice. And I have knit up a swatch because I intend to make a cardigan out of this, but I've lost it. I don't know where it is. And I have a bag full of swatches that I keep them all in, but it's not even in there. So I have no idea where that swatch is lost forever. So if I'll have to knit up another gauge swatch, but that's fine. But I ended up getting 5 balls of this. Oh my God, let me see if I can hold them all in my hands. Yeah, I ended up getting 5 balls of this, so a total of 1,000 meters. Oh my God, 2,000 meters. No, 1,000 meters. 2,000 meters. A total of 2,000 meters total. So enough to make any sweater. I know probably I won't need 2,000 meters to make a sweater, but I just wanted to make sure that I had enough because I hate playing yarn chicken. I know there's people out there who are like the opposite. They hate having leftover yarn. And then there's people who hate playing yarn chicken. I'm the hate playing yarn chicken kind of gal. I would rather have leftover yarn that I can use in scrappy projects or, I don't know, just random colorwork things and not have to stress about running out. I hate buying, like having to go back and buy yarn. That is why my Lume sweater is on hold, because I'm just too lazy to order more yarn for it because I've run out. So I wanted to make sure that that didn't happen again. Then in the back of the Bendigo Woollen Mills, there's like a kind of like a discount sale area where they have kind of like random colorways of certain yarn bases, or they have yarns that they're discontinuing, but it's kind of like discounted and stuff that you can't really buy online. So we went into there and they have like these bins and things like that, and John ended up picking out, he's been obsessed with orange lately, this orange, this really bright orange sock yarn. So this is the like 4-ply sock yarn base. It's 80% merino, 20% nylon. It was $7 per 50 gram balls. I bought because there is about like probably approximately like 200 meters on each of these balls. I ended up buying 3 just because John has big feet and I didn't want to run the risk of not having enough. But it is very, very orange. But he picked this out. This is what he wanted. So he's getting like hazard orange socks that I will eventually knit him. And this is very soft as well. I have to admit that everything so far has been really lovely and soft. I haven't actually knit anything like an actual garment with them, but like from feeling it in the balls, it is very soft. This is kind of perfect for Halloween, so I'm tempted to make him some like Halloween socks, but I think he would just like plain socks, which are kind of boring, but that's fine. That's fine. I was teaching him how to knit socks, and then that kind of got put on the back. Like he did the ribbing and then he was like, I'm tired. Fair enough. Oh, actually I've forgotten one of them. Let me go get them. Oop. So, whoops, I accidentally forgot that I bought this as well. So this is also from Bendigo Woollen Mills, and this is their luxury 10-ply in the color stone, and it's the same composition. It's 100% wool like the other ones, but it's in this kind of beautiful warm grey color, kind of greyish color. And I bought 4 of these because again they're 200 gram balls, so you get approximately 300 meters, and so 4 of these gave me around 1,500 meters. What? Or 1,200? No, I must have bought 5. I bought 5 of them. Sorry. I bought 5 of these. Yeah, I bought 5 of these, so I've got about 1,500 meters of this. This isn't really usually a colorway that I would go for, but I wanted something that was neutral that I could wear like to work, even though I wear all of my colorful stuff to work anyway because I'm in a very relaxed office space. I did want something that was kind of would let any textured pattern that I decided like I want to do kind of something lace or cables really shine, and I just wanted a really nice neutral that made me look kind of chic, you know, because like this is really fun and I love this. Like don't get me wrong, I love my colors, but sometimes I just want to look a little bit more professional, so having a nice neutral color makes it a lot easier to wear to work. And again, this is very I really like their luxury base. It's soft. I haven't actually knit it into a garment yet, but I've only heard good things. It was super funny too because when we got to Bendigo Woollen Mills, we got there pretty early in the morning. I think it was around 9 o'clock or something between like 9 and 10, and it wasn't really that busy. There was like 5 or so people in there. I walked over to the shelf to have a look at some of the yarns, and within like 5 minutes I turned around and it was like full. Like there were people everywhere. I was like, oh my goodness. It was crazy busy. So if you ever go to Bendigo, I would recommend going to Bendigo Woollen Mills, but go early because it gets busy really quickly. Now we're getting back into the stuff that I got at the show, and I went a little bit crazy on the second day. I had more time, so I had more time to shop, so of course I would pick up more things. Alrighty, so I of course had to go to Melbourne City Dyeworks. They're based in Melbourne and they have amazing colorways, and I actually at the think it was the Brunswick market. I ended up picking up a bunch of minis in like red, pink, and kind of warmer purple tones. And then I saw that she had this mini collection in these gorgeous like blues and greens. And so I thought this would be like a great kind of complementary opposite scale minis to go with them, because I want to make like a sweet shop blanket or some sort of cushion or something decor related. And I thought these would be like great to pair with them because it's like quite a good variety of colors. These are part of their soft base, and I'll have a look because I wrote down. So these are the 4-ply merino nylon, and it's about 120 grams in here. So it's a little over, it's about just a little over 400 meters, I think. But yeah, you've got this beautiful kind of like light, no, like kind of royally blue, but not too royal. A nice kind of neutral blue, like a greeny gray, light blue, kind of like a minty color, and then you've got like a very kind of turquoisey color. So very, very pretty. I'm excited to use those. I've been collecting minis. Actually just purchased some more minis, which you might have seen on my Instagram. I can't get enough of minis. And like, I if you've heard me talk about minis before, I always like to think of them as they're like dessert. So like, oh, this is pretty, but this is like this a whole hang for / skein is like dinner, but these are like dessert. So I love those. All right, and what you saw before, I also happened to miss one of the sheds on the first day, and in that shed had our Athena, which I'm so glad I had the second day, or I would have been kicking myself if I had not seen her stand, because I knit my stick season sweater out of our Athena Athens DK in the colour Gentleman's Moss, which is like my green sweater, and I absolutely love that sweater. I love the yarn, I love the colour, and everyone like always compliments me on it whenever I wear it out because it is such a vibrant green. It's so beautiful. I feel like that's the first garment that I think I've ever had for myself that I think actually suits my skin tone. It actually looks good on me. Like I've never really noticed where the colors really bring out the good, I don't know, features of my, you know, I don't know about the color theory, all of that, but I feel like that one sweater, I feel like, oh, I look my best self in it. So I love our Athena, and I can't remember her name, who's behind it, but she's always so lovely, and she just, I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like she can see the colors that I want in my head, and then she makes them, and that is what I have here. So this is her Athens DK in contrast blue, and this is just the most beautiful blue that you've ever seen. It's like, it's not a royal blue, but it's also not a navy. It's like navy and royal blue had a baby, and they produced this absolute gorgeous yarn. I'm so obsessed with it. It's so beautiful. She had 5 skeins when I was there, and I bought them all, and I'm hoping to make something like a loose gauge sweater out of them because they're so beautiful, and I might not have enough to make like another stick season. I might just, but we'll see. I would love to make a stickless stick season if I end up having enough, but they're so beautiful. I love them, and she's just so good. Her dye consistency is really fantastic as well. When I used the Gentleman's Moss, I didn't alternate skeins pretty much. Like, oh no, actually I think I did alternate skeins, but not on the arms. Yeah, but I felt the dye consistency was very, very, very even. And so that's her brand there, and this is in the colorway contrast blue, and it is 100% superwash merino. It's 8-ply. You get 115 grams in each skein, and that is approximately 230 meters. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this, and I can't wait to make another sweater out of it. I can't wait for her to release another collection of different colors because I know she'll do a fantastic job. I just love, like, I'm not really a muted colored person, but do you see how she makes these darker colors bright? I don't know how she does it. It's amazing. It's like they're glowing. I can't say enough good things. All right, put those over there. Then while we were walking around, I also happened to go past Wool to Yarn, and they are actually local to my area. They're in Mornington, and they are exclusively alpaca. So they produce the yarn, they dye it and everything like that. And I wanted to get into some alpaca. So I got 3 skeins of this. These are 50-gram skeins. And these are in this beautiful kind of, they doesn't have colorway names. They're 100% alpaca, but they don't have any colorway names or base names. But I think it kind of reminds me of like lava. It's like lava or like papaya, I feel. Like it's giving papaya color. It's giving lava. And these are very, very beautiful and soft. Like they're super soft. And you can tell how like drapey like the alpaca is. And the guy at Wool to Yarn was telling me how, like, with alpaca, because it doesn't have really any stretch, that when you knit up a swatch, like, that's essentially going to be the gauge. So you don't really have to wash and block your swatches with this stuff. And I bought enough to kind of make, like, a shawl or a cowl or something. Nothing too big. But it's so, so pretty. And it's super, super soft and luxurious. So I love alpaca. So I got that, which is really, really nice. Then I also happened to come across Cat and Sparrow, and they sell fibre and like Turkish drop spindles. And I had been toying with the idea of spinning for quite a while. My friend Petra is really great at spinning, and she has been really wanting to teach me, and she has taught me actually. And so I was already kind of in the mood to buy some fibre and a drop spindle, and I was like, oh, Bendigo's the perfect place to do this because I'm sure there'll be plenty. And when I went past and I saw the Cat and Sparrow stand and all these gorgeous little drop spindles and this gorgeous like fibre, I was obsessed. And the lady there, I can't remember her name, so I'm sure I really should have Googled everyone's names before I started. But anyway, we're here. When I went there, she was just so nice. Like, she was showing me kind of how to spin with them. She was showing me the fibres. She was helping me with like the different like content of the fibres and what would be great for beginners. She was really lovely. I think she was like, earlier in the day I met her, and she really set up my day for a good day because she was just so sweet and so nice and so enthusiastic. So props to the person behind Cat and Sparrow. She was absolutely lovely. And she helped me pick some really gorgeous yarns. Fibre. So this was the fibre that I bought. This is in the colour Petals. And this is the Corriedale Shetland sock blend. I don't have the label anymore because I have already started spinning with this. But it is 50% Corriedale, 38% Shetland, and 12% Nylon. So it's like a sock base. And it has these gorgeous like purple and yellows and pinks. You can tell I'm really attracted to that at the moment. But it's super lovely. And she said that Corriedale is good for beginners. And I think that's because the hairs or the fibre, the length of the hairs is longer. So it's like easier to pull from. There's probably a better name. There's probably a name for it, but I don't know what that is. Yeah, so I bought 100 grams of that. And I also bought a drop spindle from her. And this is the drop spindle. And you can see that I've already started spinning yarn, which is so cool. But these drop spindles are really handy because they are 3D printed. And they just all slide out. So you can slide this middle section just up. And these come apart. So it's really easy to get your spun yarn off. And then you can actually buy other legs to this, so if you want to change the color or anything like that, you can. They're really, really cute, and I'm super happy that I've gotten into spinning now, and that's what I've got so far. It's so cute. So I've got that, and so that was really fun. I had, like, I must say she was so, so nice, and I'm so super grateful for her kindness, because she really made me enthusiastic about spinning and made my whole day really, which is funny. Then we wandered around for a bit more. We went and got some food, and We ended up running into some more yarny podcasters here in Australia. I ended up running into Gayan from Perfect Pairings, Kath from Mindful Melbourne Maker podcast. Yeah, like quite a few people. It was really good to see them. We briefly chatted. Oh yeah, Ali from Fibre Bound. Yeah, there was quite a few people I ran into throughout the day. They were all so nice. Yeah, it was great. It was really awesome meeting everyone. And yeah, we went and got lunch. We went and got some jam donuts, because the jam donuts are like famous there for being really good. And then we walked around for a little bit more and we did some more shopping. Now, by this time, you could probably tell that I'm like, oh yeah, like I definitely went without a budget. I'm just buying everything left, right, and center. So I was kind of like, I need to like calm down on the spending a bit. Maybe I'll only buy a few more things. But then John graciously was just like, oh, I want to buy you something nice. Like, and I was like, oh, are you sure? Like, he's like, yeah. Like, I think this is really special. We only get to do this like once a year. It's your first time. Like, I'd be happy to get you something. And I was like, oh, so nice. So nice of you. So we ended up popping, because I hadn't really, other than the Athena and the Bendigo, I hadn't really bought very many sweater quantities. And from people I would talk to, they had bought quite a few. I'd kind of more gone around the smaller bits and pieces, but I did want to buy another sweater quantities worth. And John was so gracious and he was like, sure, baby, no worries. And I ended up going to Ziggo Zago, and they had a collection of amazing, fabulous, colourful yarns. And one they had was Qing Fibre. I don't know if this is Qing Fibre or Qing Fibre. I'm not too sure. If someone could tell me how to pronounce this, that would be so good. But this is the Qing Fibre melted baby Suri in the colour Midnight Sun. In the colour Midnight Sun. When I saw this, I said, oh, yep, that one's for me. I ended up getting 4 of these beautiful skeins. I've always wanted to try this base for the longest time, but have never really committed to buying some because I've never known what I'm going to make out of it. But when I saw it there in this really interesting color, I thought, yep, this is what I want. And John was like, ace, get it. So I did. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it though, because they only had 4 hanks and it's 175 meters per hank, or skein. I never know to say hank or skein. My sister says it's hank, I say skein. She tells me I'm wrong. I'm self-conscious about it. So somebody please tell me. I have 700 meters of this. So what do I make with 700 meters? I was thinking like, it's like an Elton by Joji Locatelli, where it's got like the stripes where it's like a lace and then a merino. I was thinking maybe I could do something like that. But if anyone else has any other ideas, I don't mind if it's like a shawl or something, but to use 700 meters of this Suri alpaca, I would very much appreciate the help. Throwing yarn on the ground. Uh-oh. And then also at Ziggo Zago, they had some sock yarn, of course. And I had never seen this brand before, but this is the Matin toe sock. And I had spoken about this before in this beautiful color called Bolero. And I was absolutely obsessed with it. And obviously I couldn't wait to show you before I cast something on. But I have made out of that the Midnight Dancer socks by Suri Nordland. These are so cute. It's blowing up a bit on the camera, but these are the cute little, I call them my sea anemone socks. I talked about them in a podcast, so I won't really go into much depth here, but I've already made, yes, I couldn't wait. I had to already make socks out of them, but it's so beautiful. It's a 3-ply sock yarn. I think you get about, it's 75% merino and 25% nylon. You get 425 meters per 100 grams. And this color is amazing. I love how it worked up. And I would 100% recommend it. I'll get it again. I know that from last time I checked, they still had it in stock in that color. And I will definitely be getting more of it because the speckle distribution is just elite. So I want to get some more in a different color. Definitely. Because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, and then I also went to Eleventy one at Windmills. They had a stand there They were selling amazing sock blockers, which I would definitely want to get some, but they had sold out by the time that I got there. You got to be quick. These yarn people, they waste no time. They take no prisoners. They're quick. So I unfortunately missed out on their really cool sock blockers, but however, they did have some other cute stuff. And one of the things that I saw that I thought was quite unique was a shawl pin. So this is a really gorgeous little shawl pin, and it has a little heart. And this essentially is, well, it's a shawl pin. So you use it to pin your shawl in place. Hold it from this side. Pin your shawl in place. And it's super, super beautiful. And I have some Tandy yarn that I want to make a shawl out of, and I thought this would pair really well because the colour is really, really similar. But she was also very helpful because she said that you can use this to like pin back your hair if you're not using it for your shawl, which totally makes sense because you can just use it to pin your hair back. And I think that's super creative. I loved all the stuff that she had there. I wanted to meet her for quite a while. I can't remember her name. Terrible with names, great with faces. Yeah, and she's really, really nice as well. She was really funny, actually. I ended up standing there and having a good long yarn with her. Like a yapping, just yapping. And it was really good. And I definitely want to buy some of her sock blockers, buy more stuff from her. I feel like I got something else. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh my God, let me go grab it. Oh my God. Sorry. I had to pat the cat. She when she sleeps, she'll like roll over and expose her belly so she can get belly rubs, and I'm not going to say no to that. I'm sorry, but I can't. I actually ended up getting some of these, which are the Nano stitch noodles. And I don't have them all in here, but do I have any in here? Yes, I do. But she gives you, so in these little stitch noodle containers, you get 150 centimeter, like bright colored noodle. You get 260 centimeter noodles and 240 centimeter noodles. And the great thing is that for the 60 centimeter ones, they're white. For the 40 centimeter ones, they are gray. And then for the long one, it's whatever color, kind of main color that you pick. So I have them already on projects. So that's why they're not all here. But I got the bright orange one, and she said this was her favorite color. And I was like, that's my favorite color too. So it was just meant to be. And these stitch noodles are kind of like barbacores pretty much. So essentially that's what they are. You attach them to the ends of your needle so that you can like put your stitches on hold, your live stitches on hold, and they work really well. I'm very, very happy I got these. I mean, kind of tossing up getting these for a while because I've just been using scrap yarn and being like, oh yeah, that works. But these actually do help a lot and make it a lot quicker to try on things like sweaters and stuff that have a lot of stitches. And then this is what the grey ones look like, and the white ones look white. But I do like that because in like barbacores and stuff like that, when you buy them, they're all the same color. They're all either whatever color they are, but they're all the same color. Whereas these ones are super helpful because the different lengths are different colors, which makes it really easy to identify. So if you're like having to find them in the little tin, you're just like, okay, I need a white one. I know that's the medium length one, or I know this is the short one. Very simple thing, but very, very handy. So I do appreciate that a lot. So I would definitely recommend these. They work great, and they come in this cute little tin. Yeah, so these are the 11 Windmills stitch noodles. Super great. Love them. Love them. And then, last but not least, I've definitely forgotten something, but oh well. C'est la vie. But last but not least, my earrings. My earrings. Oh, the stitch markers. Okay, hang on. All right. I'll do this yarn and then I'll show you what I got from Mavis Castle, Maine. My God, there's so much stuff. Because it's been like 2 months since Bendigo, all of this stuff, all the little stuff has been used. So it's just kind of everywhere at the moment. But I'll show you this one last skein of yarn and then I'll go into my Mavis Castle, Maine stuff. So this is from the Australian wool store. And for the longest time, I had been looking for a beautiful pink base with rainbow speckles because there is a cabled sock in the Summer Lee sock project book that I've been wanting to make, and this is exactly what I want to use for it. Like I said, have been looking for a pail with like beautiful multicolored speckles in it, a pale pink, sorry. And this is exactly what I want. Like, oh, look at that. It's like, I don't know if it's coming up, but it's a lovely light pale pink, and then you've got all of the different speckles. It's very subtle, but it's enough to give the sock interest and not hide any of the cables. Like, I couldn't do a cabled sock in this because what's the point? You're not even going to be able to see it. But this is like the perfect amount of like little tiny speckle variegation and light enough so that you can do a lovely detailed cable and it not get lost in the colors. So this is 100 grams, 400 meters, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So beautiful, 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 from the Australian wool store. See that there? Yeah, they had a lot of different colors. They had a lot of yarn. They had like a whole wall of yarn, but this doesn't have a shade name. So I actually don't know what the shade name is. I'm just calling it like light pink with rainbow speckles. Yeah, I have no idea what the shade is called. Sorry. All right, getting into the stuff that I got from Mavis Castlemaine. Again, these looked a lot nicer when they were all in their lovely packaging, but unfortunately I've just been using these because I'm impatient and I couldn't wait 2 months to use cute stitch markers. Are you kidding me? But I'll just pull out a few just so that you can see. So the first stitch markers I got from her were these gorgeous little sheep ones. There are more colors, I just can't all fit them in my hand. Oh, I'm dropping them. I just keep all my stitch markers in this little tin. And they all get tangled up, but whatever. So these are some really cute sheep stitch markers, and they also come in like another blue and a yellow color, but I just can't all hold them in my hand. But they're so, so cute, and they're just little light bulb stitch markers, but I use so many of Mavis Castlemaine stitch markers and I absolutely love them. They're fantastic. And she has so many cute ones. And then I also got these little stars, which are kind of in similar colors. Some of these are on projects, so I'll try and show you as much as I can. But there are green and blue ones of these as well. But then I also got these little stars as well, which are really cute. And these reminded me of Rainbow Bright. Did anyone else watch Rainbow Bright growing up? But I loved Rainbow Bright. And then those little stars looked, I don't know why, like just so cute and satisfying. Do you think they ate them? Did they eat them? Well, they made them. They mined them. That's right, they mined them. So they would mine the stars and they just like, oh, they just remind me of little Rainbow Bright stars. So I got those. And then I did also get my earrings. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Let me see if I can get nice and close. Hello. Hello. This is a nice shot. But I also got these earrings. I don't know if that's focusing. Okay, here we go. I got these earrings. These are cute little mushroom earrings, which I'm so obsessed with. I love a colourful earrings. You know, I could have just taken those out of my head. Like, they're not glued to my head. I could have just taken them out of my head. Yes. Very, very cute little mushroom earrings. I ended up wearing them with one of my pink vests that I've made. And they were so, so cute and I love them. So I know everything I say is like so cute, so adorable, love, love, love. But that's where my vocabulary ends, unfortunately. But yes, so I think this is a very successful Bendigo haul. I've definitely got a lot of stuff and I'm very, very fortunate that I was able to, you know, buy all of this. And I cannot wait to show you guys all of the fun projects in the future. So I hope you guys are having a great rest of your day. If you have any suggestions on what to do with this melted baby Suri, as well as this random one skein of the My Creative Garage, I would greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, and if you want to see more of my content, feel free to subscribe, and you can check out everything that I talk about and frequent updates here on this YouTube channel, but also on my Instagram over at smash.knits. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later.